So, welcome back, guys, and welcome back to our channel. And we are here to see the match between Bodo and Manchester City club championship, and the avenue is Aspmyra Stadion, Bodø, Norway. Arctic Circle UEFA Championship League. And welcome to the live watch-along coverage. We are just moment away from kickoff in the northern Norway. The atmosphere is freezing -1 reported, but the stacks are heating up, and Manchester City are looking to bounce back immediately after a painful 2-0, thereby defeated by the Manchester United at the weekend. The currently set fourth in the table and are desperate to secure a top 8 finish for automatic round of 16 qualification. Bodo are struggling in this year, European champion, 32nd place, and need a miracle to keep their playoff hope alive. However, they are dangerous on their home turf. An artificial pitch, not always tricky for visiting team. And the ball kicks off, and as we can see, so the game is already begun with the pass to Lewis Krishnovo. Manchester is trying to keep the ball with them, and they are looking a bit aggressive in the first half, as we can see. But the stakes are very high in this match for Bodø. They are very hopeful that in the first half they will get a breakthrough. The match is bit. It looks. So let's see who makes the win. Comment down in the below that as per you who's going to make it. Vote down there, and the ball is with Manchester, and it's a goal kick for Bodo. Glimt, and goal kick Hakin Gordens Prudence to Fate. Fate to Huij. Huij to Joe. Kane. Bojor. Kane to Kushnov. It's a recovery by Carrick. Manchester. Now the ball is with Manchester. It will be interesting to see where Early plays this evening, having been used all over the pitch in recent weeks. At the moment, he appears to be central alongside Rodri. Earlier scare, an early opportunity for Glimt as the crowd roar their side forward. Huge tries to roll the ball across the edge of the penalty area. City clear, but only as the Bag, who slams a right-footed shot into the box, which is blocked and scrambled away. The home side look comfortable on the ball and not all overt. City are just trying to get their bearing on the artificial pitch. So far we see that the Glimt is somehow getting the advantage of their home pitch, and the Manchester City is a bit trying to settle with the new pitch, the artificial pitch. And the climate is almost -1 degree as reported. Bodo's artificial turf is fast and unfamiliar to many topside City technical players. Carrick Foden will need to adjust their touch instantly. The ball moves differently here than at the Etihad. And all eyes are at Erling Haaland. Playing in Norway is always special for him. He's been going through a slight dry patch by his alliance standard. 1 goal in 7 games prior to this. So he will be hungry to silence the critics tonight. With Diaz, Stone and Guardiola out, Ristet, the young pair of Kusnovo and Alien have a massive job. Bodo are aggressive, pressure at home. If they isolate these young centre back, City could be in trouble. The cold is literally freezing. Muscle injuries are a risk, and the intensity usually starts high as players try to warm up. it's been expected Bodo Giant to play out of the traps. They often try to shock teams earlier at the As- Aspmyra. Tactical City will likely to try monopolize position to take the string out of the crowd and the cold. Look for Rodri to control the tempo heavily to protect the inexperienced defense behind him. City interrupt a Glimt attack to moment one of their own with Haaland holding the ball up in the attempt to allow others to join. It is end to end so far. We could be in for a goal feast this evening. What a result it would be in the Norway side. Could mount a shock tonight. Bodo Glimt have faced English opposition 6 times in a European competition. They are winless, losing 5 and drawing 1. The draw being the 2-on-2 result against Superior in the league phase of the season's championship league. A game is getting intensified. So Bodo Climate 0 and Manchester City 0. Anti Norol is playing very much on the right at this moment in time and not his customary left full back position. We will see how it Haaland close. The beast strike take the ball in but turns away from goal and tries to curl a left-footed shot into the top left corner, but the keeper is alert and pedaled back to claim it in the air. This is the first ever competition meeting between these two sides. The narrative is dominated by Erling Haaland returning to Norway amidst a dry spell. 7 game without an open play goal, and City trying to recover from a bursting 2-0 derby defeat to Manchester United last weekend. One kickoff. The match began in freezing condition, -1 degree, and it's quite chilling. And it's kind of it believed that the muscle injury can be happen in this situation. Seems Orle is playing left back with the Levis on the opposite side, with Ati Nori and Foden the players further forward in wide positions. Haaland may not be bang in form domestically, but he has scored in each of his last 6 starts in the Championship League. Only one player has had a longer run of scoring from the English side is the competition. In the competition, rode in Nistrolo E for the Man UTD. He grabbed 8 in a row between 2002 to 2003. Bodo Glimt nearly score immediately. Jens Peters Hugo exploit a slip on the artificial turf to break the line, following desperate block from young defender Kusnovo. It's been 16 minutes in the first half. There is no big breakthrough for both the team. Might be very frustrating for both the team that they have not able to manage a breakthrough till this point. And now we can see that the pitch condition is also not supporting the City. Still they are struggling a bit, but for Bodo this is a home pitch, and it's a safe. The way away side are dominating position thus far, a theme you would imagine will continue throughout the game match. As I say that City win another corner, City free flowing attack will be something Bodo Glimt will have to attempt to combat. So will be a key player in that, with the full back having made 8 interception in the competition thus far, which is more than any of the teammates. So far we see -1 degree pitch condition, like it's an artificial pitch, so the city is not familiar with this kind of pitch uh, to uh, to play with. Unlike the hybrid grass at the Etihad, this synthetic surface makes the ball skid rather than roll. Passes gather pace when they hit the deck. You can see City technical players Guéhi and Foden taking an extra touch to control the balls, slowing down their usual one-touch rhythm. Bodo, Glimt are master of this surface. They playing rapid vertical passes that really rely on the ball's consistent speed. So as we have like the harder surface is punishing on the joint. Watch the City players hesitating to go fully into slide tackles. Hesitation Bodo will try to exploit. Match possibility based on the opening 20 minutes, and current game status is basically Manchester City 58%, still the favorite due to the raw quality. If Haaland gets one clear chance, the game likely swing. However, their defense looks fragile on this surface. There is a 24% chances of a very real possibility City may settle for a point of if the risk of injury or a counter attack goal become too high. And it's Bodo Glimt got one first goal and a first big throw in this game, and that is what we were talking since then, that there is a big possibility that Bodo will bag and they will get the advantage of their home pitch of the artificial pitch, and the Manchester City will not get into those things where there is a possibility of getting injured, because Manchester is not used to play on these kind of pitch, artificial pitch, which is like made of a plastic, and that's what the Glimt team is. It's used to play on these type of ground, so they are very familiar with this ground, so they know how to use this ground in favor of them. So that is what have paid off them in the first. And this is the second goal. Oh, that's going to be the second goal for the Bodo, and that's a fabulous goal. And that is what we were talking. It's clearly the advantage is going to Bodo for the artificial pitch. What I feel till now watching this game, because as we see that the Manchester City, they are playing safe because the surface is so how to say it, it's very hard, so that there is a chance of getting hurt and getting injured is there is a big chance of getting injured. So that's why that may be the reason they are not trying to uh, get into the risk of skidding or something like that. But as we see that on the 24th minute, we see there are two there we see the two goal by Casper Hogo, and it was assisted by Ole Bloomberg, and that was a fabulous goal. And before that is it's Casper gold it. So it's a kind of, both the players are helping each other to get the goals. So far Olge Bloomberg helped Hogo, and Hogo helped Bloomberg to get 1-1 goal for the Bodo Glimt. It's a teamwork happening here, guys, and now we see that the game is getting intense. Manchester City need to come back from here, because in the first half, if they try to goal at least one, or they try to level up here, so that will be that is going to help them in the second half, since this pitch is not that that familiar to them, and this pitch is very it's an artificial pitch where they don't want to be get into aggressive game in the second half. So if they don't want it to get into the aggressive game in the second half, they have to they might have to start equalizing in this. So it's going to be no, it's a so sorry. I thought it's a third goal, but it is not. Anyway, so it was a brilliant finish from Hugo. Bodo countered, and Hugo cleanly salted home from inside the area with the right-footed pass into the net after he was funded by Bloomberg from the right wing after Aline Ested when attempting to clear. And it's clearly 27 minutes from the first half, and it's 2 goal for Bodo Glimt. This game is getting very, very, very difficult. So that's a clear goal. Yeah, hoping that in next some minutes the Manchester City have to come back. Have to make a comeback as soon as possible, because after this, in the second half, it is going to be a very difficult task. So another goal involvement from Bloomberg, who locked up on the front his strike with the ball across the area. Found it was shit. Allen will look back like Allen. He disappointed. He didn't clear that goal, but it was a good opportunity there. Eline couldn't make that clear at that point. Well, this was not on the bingo card of the evening. 2-0 for the home side, and they look in their element. The shape looks all wrong for City at the moment. The goal may have to be alter this before the becoming embarrassing if it is not already. It's been 30 minutes in the game. "15 minutes more for the first half. Manchester City have to get back on the fit from here. Otherwise, it is going to be very difficult for them. And close again from Hugo City. City are all at sea. An attack sees the ball come all over the way across the far left flank, where Hugo nearly gets his hat trick, sliding in one goal, but Donoro grabs it on the line. Current score: Bodo Glimt 2 and Manchester City 0. Match clock 30 minutes. And the unthinkable has happened in the Arctic Circle. In the space of 2 minutes, Bodo Glimt have stuck twice to leave Manchester City completely shell-shocked. Casper Hugo scored, assisted by Bloomberg for the first goal. Plastic pitch strikes again. Bodo played a rapidly ball over the top, catching City high line out. Olo Bloomberg stand to the ball up perfectly, at the back post. Casper Hugo completely unmarked leaps and sends to downwards header right through the legs of the Domino. The stadium erupts, the noise defending. The live win probability have shifted from 53 to Manchester City to now Bodo Glimt 65%. Massive jump. Man City 20% needs a miracle comeback. Draw of 15%. Pep Guardiola is pacing the sideline. Furnishingly, he might not wait until halftime to make a change. The young defensive pair is being targeted relentlessly. The visitor need to re-evaluate and figure out a way back into the game. But aside from the earlier changes, earlier chances, they have been outplayed at the Norwell. Ori is down the right as attacking outlet, but the host have identified that Lavis is not getting much help defensively and are a rare chance for City. Foden volley is on the goal. The volley from a left edge of the box reaches it off out of the play for a corner, but at least was on target. The corner is captured in the towards Rodri, who heads down towards the left hand post, but Heddle can only watch as trickles away from his toe end of the behind of the goal kick. 37 minutes in the game. Following the quick fire double from Casper Hugo, City locked visibility tracking. Rodri was seen arguing with young centre back Max Ellin, who was at fault for the second goal. Frustration boils over. Bernardo Silva appears to have come deep to help. Commits a cynical fall on the Patrick's back to stop a 3-on-2 counter attack. First booked of the night. It's a yellow card for the City. And it's a chance for Haaland. Finally a glimpse of... Oh, it's missed. He missed. Save for the match. Could have been 3-0. winger Hugo cuts inside again. City haven't learned and curls a shot that forced Donnarumma into a full stretch. Finger strip save. Sigurd does that what does best and intercept against Orle, who cuts a frustrated figure and loses the ball. City leaves the field trailing 2-0. It is long way back. Game is getting intense now. Bodo Glimt at 2-0 for Manchester, and it's 40 minutes already, and City opened up again. This time Hugo hears down the left, and just as it looks at thought he will get a shot away, he chops back into the stronger right foot and tees up Hugo in the box. The shot is valid and misses the target to the far right of the goal. He saw his fat trick appears before him and got a little overexcited there, but City curved open with one ball again. I mean, it's kind of very frustrating, I guess, because Manchester City is not used to play on this kind of plastic synthetic pitch, and Bodo Glimt is taking advantage of that thing. They can easily see that the Manchester City players are not taking the risk of getting injured, since the turf is very unpredictable for them. And we are live from Arctic Circle. The atmosphere inside the Aspmyra Studio is absolutely electric. The yellow flares are lighting up the polar night as 8,000 screaming Norwegians welcome to English champions from the Bodo Glimt, sitting 32nd in the table. This is a fight for survival for Manchester City, currently at 4th. It is about restoring pride after the string 2-0 bed defeat to Manchester United last weekend. Kickoff, and we are underway. Manchester City wearing their dark away strip get the ball rolling on the slick, the artificial surface. You can see the ball skidding instantly. The pitch is incredibly fast. And that is going to be the story of the night, As we approach the break, it is statement. Sorry. As we approaches the break, it is a settlement in Norway. Manchester City have the ball, but Bodo Glimt have the heart. The English champions look uncomfortable, cold and frustrated by the condition. Erling Haaland has barely had the touch in the opposition box. The refer blow. It's 45 minutes in the game. City are trying to outnumber their opponents with a 4-player lining up right against the back line of Bodo, nearly escaping the clutches of the defender down the left, wins the corner, and the same attack sees Kushnova in familiar territory at the back post of the instance, going for the goal, plays a crucial ball wide, cross the goal, and danger is averted for the Bodo. Hugo has looked very dangerous so far, and alongside Hugo is causing plenty of problem. Hugo is one of the only 2 players to manage 15 plus completed dribble and 15 plus chances of created the Championship League this season. The other Michael Olias and Bayern Munich. 1 minute plus in the half time. It's extra time. And it's a half time. So far the game have given nothing to them. It's a really really tough match for City. They have tried their best to to score a goal, and it was the referee blow the whistle, and the home crowd erupts as they think that it's a win for them, because of course they have made this way. They have outrun Manchester City in this game till now. In the first half, they have managed to secure 2 goals back to back in 2 minutes. That's really a kind of a massive attack by Bodo, and hopefully we see that in the second half. I think it's going to be very difficult for Manchester City to come back from here, since they are a bit struggling with the new artificial pitch. The grass is artificial plastic grass, so it is not the ball is not getting spin, it's getting dragged. So that's how we see that the players are not the Manchester City players are a bit struggling with the pace of the ball. I think they are miscalculating the pace or something like that. But as we can see that there is a miscoordination as well happening in the game. Hopefully, let's see in the second half. They might be there might be strategic game change will happen from from the Manchester City team's management side. The facts. Far. So I'll be right back, guys, after the first half. It's hi guys, welcome back and welcome to the second half of the match. And now we can see that it's Bodo 2 and Bodo 2 and no for City. To 4 minutes in the game till now, and we see the Manchester City is still struggling for the first goal. Tackled by Bragg. Currently the score is Bodo Glimt 2 and 0 for Manchester City. 55 minutes in the game till now. So we are back live with Stadium. The second half is underway, and if you expected to furious reaction from the Manchester City, we haven't seen it yet. The Arctic shock is still very much on. And so far, if you examine, City tried to settle on the ball, but they looked terrified of the counter attack. Rodri plays a lost cross field pass, and Bodo almost intercept it in middle way. They look to feed Kasper Hogg in behind again, but this time Kosovo reads the danger and intercept. The home crowd groans. They thought that was number 3. The stats are damning. Earlier, Haaland has had just 8 touches of the ball in 50 minutes. You can see his frustration building. He's waving his arm, pointing to where he wants to pass, but the service just isn't coming. The Bodo defense is swearing him every time he moves. The pattern is clear. City have all the balls, 75% passion, but do absolutely nothing with it. They are passing it a U shape around the Bodo box. The moment they lose it, the Norwegians looks like they will score. There is a moment on the City bench. Jack Garles and Kevin De Bruyne are stripping off their tracksuit. Has seen enough. It's 3 for Bodo, and it's a huge. James Peter Hugo scored the goal, assisted Soderfeit, and it's going to be a nightmare for Manchester City in the Norway. They are still trying to settle, but Bodo is not letting any chance to the opponent team to score, and it's a 3-0 for Manchester City. The third quarter of the match, it's looking like they have managed to score. The Manchester City is not able to crack the code right now to at least break the deadlock. Can this pattern in the first half, if you see the Bodo Glimt scored back-to-back 2 goals. Can they repeat the same pattern in the second half as well? Let's look that if they can repeat the same pattern here. That was, and that's a fast Breakthrough for Manchester City by Ryan Karki. That's a fabulous breakthrough for Manchester City, a face-saving thing for them. It came on the bridge when they needed the goal for the most. They were trying for this for a long time, but it was not getting through. But finally they made it. They break the zero. And as we can see that the score is 1-3. What a score that is. Red card for Rodri. There is a red card for Rodri, and it's coming. These things are coming into play in the last quarter, in the second last quarter. Oh my God! It's a juggling game happening here. There is a red card for Rodri. That's a huge. Yellow, second RC Rodri got a red card. Rodri allows his opponent to get away from him on a halfway and bridge him down with a tired challenge. The legs look down for Rodri tonight. The score is Bodo Glimt 3-1 for Manchester City. The fourth official has raised the board. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Noise is in the stadium is deafening. The Yellow Horde can sense a historic victory. A poetic moment at the Arctic. A city prepared for a final corner. The TV cameras pan up. A faint green glow. An unnecessary pull back from Rodri seems him stupidly pick up a second yellow in a matter of minute. Crazy decision, and the referee was absolutely right to send him off. Rodri got the red card. Manchester City are Bodo hit the bar. Hugo hits the crossbar with a beautiful clutter clip into the top corner of the Bodo, away from the wooden work. Let's pass down the game. As we see, the game is Manchester City was struggling from the beginning. Actually, they were trying passes to Craig, Berg to Cherky to Foden to Haikin to keeper throw, Haikin by Jorokin, Fed to Hugo, Berg to World, Bloomberg, Toft, Jens Peter Hugo produced a amount of magic. He waved through the City midfield, ghosting past Rodri, and fired an unstoppable shot into the top corner of 3-0. Unbelievable scene. Keeper picks up Hakin. Substitution for Omar Mormos. Foden off. Omar Mormons on. Disaster moment after the goal. Rodri, usually the coolest head on the pitch, held down well Bloomberg to stop a counter. It was his second yellow. His off City are down to 10 men with 30 minutes to go. Pep is pacing the technical area, furiously gesturing at his backline. The Arctic conditions were tackled about per match, but City defense has locked, frozen solid all evening. The high line has been exposed time and time again by long balls over the top. City arrive in Norway needing a win to secure a top 8 finish, but the artificial tough and biting cold seems to have left the playing field. The first half belongs to Casper Hugo. The Bodo striker bagged a brace before the break, punishing City slung defensive transition. A simple ball over the top caught the City defense napping. In this moment, a red card is very crucial, and yeah, Manchester is red. XD, it's in this moment they could have absolutely avoided the red card, but there is no way left. Hopefully the next Haaland could become the first Norwegian player to score against Norwegian opposition in the competition. His performance levels will need to improve, thought, as he know he only need one chance. Levis still into the take. The ball is the Bodo half, but in typical fashion he is disposed in the second with 3 players in yellow surrounding him. Fantastic work ethic from Bodo, but it has been more than that. The quality of the ball has been impeccable, especially from the Hugo and Hugo. It's been 75 minutes in the game now, and the score is Bodo 3-1 for Manchester City. Substitution for Ole Dricker Bloomberg. Substitution for Bloomberg to Auckland. And there is one more substitution happening at Ivejen and Saltens. Sorry. So far, it's Manchester City Club 1. They are struggling, guys. They're struggling so much. Wow. Referee is whistling. Let's hope for the best from here. I think Manchester City, somehow they have to, they were struggling from the beginning on the artificial ground, and the grass, the plastic grass is giving a lot of trouble to them. But in the end, it does not matter what ground and what it is. It's all matter is the goal, and they're truly lagging on that part right now. And adding to that, they got one red card. That means they remain 10. So the difficulties are piling up. It's not going down for Manchester City. And so far it looks like, it looks like the score is going to be somewhere 3-2 or 3-1, like that only. But since I am watching this live match, it feels like the Manchester is bit, they're still struggling with the pitch. They don't have a proper foot on the ground till now. They are just trying to adjust with the climate, the freezing climate, and the artificial pitch, which is both the condition are not supporting Manchester City right now. And Bodo Glimt is taking full advantage of this loophole right now, and they are scoring it. They are grabbing it now after coming to 3-0-1, 3-1. The Bodo Glimt is trying to keep the ball as much as with them, and they are trying. They playing defensive, I guess. Comparatively compared to what they were playing before first half, before second half. So it feels like now they are into they are not into the attacking zone but defensive. And Manchester City is trying its best to get to the goal post as soon as possible, but somehow it is not in their favor. And there is so as we see, Pep is making a change. It looks like sacrificing an attack to plug to a midfield gap. Flip Foden is coming up off. He's holding that hand injured in the debris. Looks like he's in pain. On comes Matthew's news. That is not the sub City fans wanted to see while chasing the 2-goal deficit. Nearly 4-1. Bodo breaks again. Patrick Brark wins to ball, launches a long. Hugo is through. Anderson comes rushing out, and Hugo tries to chip just wide. That would have been that trick. City are hanging by the thread there, and they missed. We are entering the final 10 minutes. Can City salvage a point, or Is the Arctic Foster going to claim another Giants clap? Stay locked, and this is going to be a chaotic finish. City knocking the door as I say that Haaland sends a knockout. Haaland has 55 goals in 54 games in the Champions League. For the context, that is more goal than all Norwegian teams combined since 2001 season. But it has not been the Norwegian night, and he has locked all out for a shot. Substitution for Son Fet Iskamata. Mata, who started the last Championship League match against Dortmund, comes on for the Fet, a more conscious approach on the card for this last 10 minutes or so. Throw in Man City. Throw in Orly. Pass to Charki. Rally to ball touches Omar Marmos. O'Reilly passes to Rajdenders. Auckland to Aline. Lavise. Charki. Aliene. It's a passing game happening. Donnarumma, and so far the game is a bit one-sided now because it's 84 minutes 85 minutes so far. You can see the body language now. Bernardo Silva throws his arms up after the ball skid out of the play of the Arctic turf. City are trying to play their intricate regulance, but the pitch is too fast and that Bodo block is too compact. The Norwegians have switched to a 5-4-1 formation. They have parked the bus and the fishing travel in front of the goal. Huge movement. Ryan Charkey dance pass to defender on the right, floated this ball to back past. Haaland rises. He finally beats the mark. Header is powered down, but Hiking claimed it out. Unbelievable reflex saves that, and was a moment that was lifeline. Haaland kicks the pass in anger. Bodo keepers his being mooded by his defenders like the just scored the winner. Pep Guardiola will serve. Pep will serve. Surely have happened to qualification, all tied up by this point. But he now has one eye on a very daunting fixture against Gloucester is to navigate next week. Losing tonight would be disaster. A playoff match was not what the Manchester club wanted, but may have to endure if they are to progress. Ball touches to Lovis, passes to, and it's a throw in for Manchester City. Throw in Orle, passes to Alenia. Bodo have defended so well. Another shot is blocked as Rajender's attempt to send an efforts goalwards. Three 1. It's been 89 minutes, 1 minute in the game. Let's see where it goes now. It's not 1 minute. Can City produce it's a 4-minute extra time in the game? I don't think that it's going to change any kind of game from here. But so far, as we see that the game is like we were hoping for something, some miracles to happen. But this game was very important. This game is very important for Manchester City to secure their eighth qualifying eight. So far we see that it's getting very difficult for them. 4 minutes will be added on at the end of this match, and so the final save from the Hamilton is still in from behind City defense and look to lift the ball over the Italian stopper, but Domner stands tall and bats the ball away to prevent further misery for City. Yellow card for Ryan Cherki. Game is getting too intense here. In 3 minutes left in the game, we still feel that there can be a miracle happen, because we have seen in the first half that the Bodo managed to make 2 goals back to back. If that can happen with Bodo, it can also happen with Manchester City. We can still hope for the miracle, but it's almost 49 and it's good. Frustration for Cherki after Bodo. And it's full time. The final whistle has gone. The stadium, it is historical night for the Norwegian football, and this disastrous one for the Manchester City. And it's a one it's a Bodo 3 and Manchester 1. Pep Guardiola has just arrived. It's it is a difficult, we know this, you can't so the main concern was in the full match was the pitch, because the Manchester City, they are not used to play on these kind of ground. They're more into, they have no, I think they have no experience about the artificial grass pitch, which is like a plastic grass, and that grass kind of gives you the ball kind of get more pace into it rather than getting the traction of stopping it. So that might be a big role in this defeat for Manchester City. And as we can see that there was a from the beginning there was a fear of getting injured into the game, so the player were so much conscious about their playing and about their mishaps if they fallen, and because the grass is artificial, it's a plastic grass, you don't get a drag into this, so there was a lot of concern about that made a big kind of situation for the Manchester, and in that it's an add-on that Rodri got a red card in between third quarter, so that is also helped Bodo to keep their score on top, and they have secured this till the last moment of the game. So because I think this is like this game was very important for Manchester City, but somehow the other team, the Bodo, have managed to encircle Manchester City within the time frame, and they have tried to use their advantage of home ground and the climate was the also played a big role in this game, since we see that it's a freezing cold, and there is also the muscle can there is a chances of getting muscle stretch. So I think the player might have uh, thought of all these things. I personally, if you ask me, I believe that they might have not thought of all this thing. Rather than thinking all this, they might have tried something, tried to play as much as big to score equal or to win the match, because this match was very crucial for them to be in the qualifying eight, and it was really a bad time for Manchester City that they couldn't compete here with a lot of technical problems on the artificial ground. Anyway, thank you so much for being with us on the live watch along. It was really nice watching the match with you guys, and I hope you will keep supporting us like you are doing now. And I will see you guys very soon, maybe on the next match. Thank you so much for being online.